For Creamer Media's Polity, I'm Shannon de Rehove. I'm at the Africa Institute of South Africa to speak to Professor Pindile Lukhele-Olorunju about rice production in South Africa. Firstly, can rice be successfully grown in South Africa?
I think rice can be grown in South Africa successfully, but it would need, proper discussion between companies, the farmers, and of course the government.
What effect could rice production in South Africa have on wheat and maize prices?
Price depends on production, the crop itself. If it becomes more expensive to produce rice than the maize and wheat, then you really haven't done much for the smallholders or the poor people. In South Africa, we are eating mainly pap, which is from maize, a lot of bread, which is from wheat, and people are eating a lot of rice. But the rice is, imported into the country. So the prices really would depend on also the markets. If the prices of all these crops are determined by external markets.
What, if any, threats would local production of rice have on rice importers, and what effect could this have on trade conditions with those countries?
There are about 36, companies that import rice into South Africa. 2 of the 36 that are only importing rice. The rest are importing rice plus 5, 6, 7 other commodities. South Africa imports 2 to 4 million tons of rice, per year. And each ton is about 6,000 rand. That's a lot of money that is, going out of the country. Rice is a labor-intensive, commodity. So producing rice also would take a lot of people who are hanging around the streets, ready to work though, into the job market. So it would be an advantage.
There is a general consensus that growing rice in a water-scarce country such as South Africa would desecrate our already fragile water system. Can you comment on this?
Over the time, the research institutes have bred and released varieties that can be grown whether in lowland under irrigation, in coastal lands, in waterlogged areas, and even in dry land. In Africa, we have the Africa Center, Rice Center, which belongs to the CGIR, Consultative Group for International Agricultural Research. They have a center in Benin Republic, which is specifically researching on rice. They've done a lot of research, they've produced a lot of varieties that can grow in different environments, in different soils, So if we are really seriously wanting to grow rice in South Africa, we can get those varieties that are not going to compete that much for the water.